Welcome back to another episode of How I Got the Shot. My name is Deonius Burton. I'm a fashion and portrait photographer based out of Miami, Florida. Today's episode is special, not just because I'm shooting with Toria. I've shot with Toria multiple times over the last, 10, 11 years? I think it's been like 10, 11 years that we've been working together. But it's not just because she's here, but it's because of why we're doing the shoot. Today's shoot is actually a way of celebrating the moment that she became Miss Universe for the Bahamas.
Bahamas.
So we're going to be doing 3 looks today. One is going to start out with headshots, with her wearing like a basic top that she would wear for headshots, so beauty work. Then we're going to move on to a brown dress that she bought. And the last thing is going to be a red dress that was handmade and tailored just for her. You guys are going to love that dress. So as far as gear, I was using Canon R5 and I switched between 100mm macro and a 70-200. I also was tethered into Capture One to my MacBook Air, which is a 15-inch. I was using the Core by IQ wire, I believe. And then from a lighting perspective, I was using 2 Profoto D1Xs. One was attached to a 5-foot octabox and another one was attached to a 3-foot octabox. I also had a giant 6-foot reflector, and I think it's like a 24-inch reflector. It's just a smaller reflector. And then I also had V-flats from V-flat World, the original version. So that was the gear that I used. I mean, a bunch of C-stands and light stands and that type of things. You don't care about the brand of sandbags. If you do care about the brand of sandbags, just ask me below. Leave it in a comment. I'll make sure I follow up. But yeah, let's get into that first look.
All right, so we are finished with look 1, or the headshot portion of it. We're now going to go into her brown dress. That's going to be full body. For this look, I'm going to have the 5-foot octabox up top. I'm going to have a 3-foot octabox on the bottom, filling the shadows, because the 5-foot's going to have a light drop, a light fall off, not a light drop off, a light fall off. So the 3-foot octabox will fill that in. So I'm going to show you guys that setup real quick, and then we'll go into shooting with Toria. All right.
In creating the photo walk framework, I thought about what it would take to get me out of the house. There will have to be professional models, gorgeous locations, the opportunity to vibe and network with other photographers, a structured itinerary, feedback from a photographer whose work that I like, and ample opportunity for me to shoot. So I created it. The next D'Alberto photo walk will be held on November 16th. Sign up today.
All right, so we have finished with look 2. We did the crown shoot and her brown dress. So now we're going to move into a red dress handmade by the incredible Erica. I'm going to put a link to her stuff in the bottom. Also, I'm going to tag everybody involved, the makeup artists, hairstylists, assistants, everybody who's been helping out this whole process. So her third look is going to be a custom red dress. We're going to shoot full body with that. I'm going to have my 3-foot octabox raised up. A 3-foot octabox raised up above her head, as so, and I'm gonna have the 5-foot octabox. I'm actually gonna feather it from the side. So I'm gonna test out feathering it from different angles, but it's not gonna be like a direct flash. I want it to be very soft, and I want her background to be dark. So we're gonna work through the settings to make sure the background looks dark, make sure I'm looking at the camera, make sure the background looks, I think I was looking at the screen the whole time. Make sure her background looks a little bit darker so it's a lot more dramatic of a shot, gives that more editorial vibe. So, look 3.
And that was it. I mean, there's more footage, but I don't want to make a 15-year-long video showing you every single thing that we did on set. But I do appreciate you being here. I thank you for taking that time out to watch the video and show your support. If you had any questions, make sure you leave those questions in the comment section. Or if you had any thoughts, leave those in the comment section as well. Make sure that you hit the like button because we need likes, I need views, we need comments. We need you definitely to subscribe if you're interested. If you've been motivated, if you've been inspired by watching this video, please subscribe. And like I always say, I know we're creating for our friends, our family, our network, our clients, and everybody else, but make sure you make time to create for yourself. All right, peace.